Oh, miss,
See you.
are you sure it's not a black spinning circle deal? Because we're live.
Some of those words are true.
if I if it is a picture,
now it is
okay.
very much a black spinning circle deal.
So I technically I technically cannot see myself on this this camera.
How painful is that for you who lives in a house of mirrors?
Oh shit!
Well,
Them bonus beats.
is he gone? Did he leave? Is he talking? So this is the best intro to the WTF Whiskey Tango Foxtrot episode ever because this is all promoted as WTF, and I
I,
don't. It,
I literally cannot see. So I can see me down here in the bottom of this screen, but
you're
like
not doing
next.
anything when you say that, but it's fine. You're
Uh,
totally broadcasting. I see you right where you're supposed to. What the hell is this? Right
yeah,
there. You're there. Can you see me?
did I do it? Yeah, I totally see you. I can't
Yeah.
see me though. I mean, I can see me down there, but like as it looks to me, I am looking at a black screen with a spinning
Nope. You're
circle.
live. You're
All right.
good. I see it. I absolutely see it. Now, here's the question.
This all started
Can
because
you
of my background.
can you see okay, so WTF Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Our show today is all about puzzle solving, not puzzles, puzzle solving, but we've got to start off with some puzzles just so that we can get through the point where we talk actually about effective communication. So today's episode about effective communication, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, WTF, you are
Oh,
nailing it.
hey, I found myself.
And
Well,
nobody knows what you did any different because it looks the same as it was before. Well, all right.
look at me. I'm a computer fucking genius. Woo!
There it is. You have solved the puzzle just like NATO did, um, leading up to World War II, which is what we're talking about today. Oh, where you going? All right, you want to get into it?
No, whoa, time out.
Atta
This is
girl.
that's it. I'm nervous. There's people watching today.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know. When have you ever been scared of people?
Oh, Oklahoma City, Mississippi,
That's true.
the
True.
South,
Valid.
election season.
Valid. We are in direct competition with some guy in a White House who's talking to the public right now, and yet the most intelligent people in the world, if you've seen that episode, are here with us now.
Yes,
They'll catch up with all those details later. We've got a show to do, and it's on
that's it.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. It's going to
Mm.
be amazing because it's, again, about effective communication. And so we've got to go through a couple puzzles so that I can show you how truly effective communication was born.
Okay, so puzzles. I like
Mhm.
puzzles. Are we ready for the coleslaw?
Let's go. Let's go to the coleslaw. All right. So
I don't even like coleslaw, but for some
so
reason, I'm ready for the coleslaw.
so you're ready for the coleslaw,
Yeah.
and I need to know: is it coleslaw or cold slaw?
Uh, it's not Cole's Law. I think it's Cold Slaw.
Which one, top or bottom,
I was.
coleslaw or cold slaw? And
Uh,
that's the whole purpose of the show. What
uh,
is it?
wait, look,
What do people say?
look, I'm gonna post my answer on the chat room, so it'll pop up. and then can I show it?
Cold slaw, incorrect. This is
Oh,
coleslaw.
son of a bitch.
Yep. So, nope, nope, nope. Coleslaw.
Oh, we got one.
Oh,
Top one.
you've got
She
scorekeeper.
said that's one. Look, that was one. Look, okay, I hate coleslaw, so I probably wouldn't have gotten it. Ask me about fried chicken, and I'm all over that one.
Is it fry the chicken or is it fried chicken?
Fried chicken.
All right, next. Go ahead. All
uh,
right. You've
uh,
heard this term. What is it though? Is it last ditch effort or last ditch effort?
and this is a difficult one because I can think of lots of situations in movies where people have been like holding on and the stitching of their
Yeah.
suit or something comes to pop off. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put my one or two. I'm gonna put my answer in there.
Oh, that's what the one was before. Okay, got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was the correct answer. Whoever put
Okay.
up the one, that was correct last time. What is the correct answer this time? Last stitch
Two,
effort or
two,
last
two,
ditch effort?
two. We got two people said two.
It is correct. It is last ditch effort. It's really the
Yes.
last chance to ditch what's going on. But people
Hit
still say last stitch effort.
last stitch.
But
Lilo and Stitch effort.
would you know it if that's what they said just in casual conversation? They're talking
If
about, yeah, it's the last ditch effort and I did this and this and this.
in the South, you really can't tell because people's like it's last stitch effort, and you're like, did he say last stitch or last ditch? Because it's a last ditch effort. What? you just,
But
you
the
just,
term still makes sense, doesn't it? Either
yeah,
way.
it's the last ditch effort. Like, hey, this is
Mhm.
it. Like, there's an asteroid coming, and we can either like make the Earth fart and get out the way, or we're just done. It's our last ditch effort, right?
Mhm.
See, that's how it
Or
goes.
like clothes falling apart, it's like the last stitch effort. All right, so next one.
Hey,
And you've heard this one. Is
oh
it
yeah.
old timers disease or Alzheimer's disease?
Some people do have old timers disease. Shout outs to my parents. I don't think they have. I don't think they have the correct answer, which I'm going to say is number two, Alzheimer's disease. But yeah, I say a lot of senior citizens have old timers disease, and they kind of want to blame it uh, on the rain. Oh,
Sure, and it's a common
little
phrase
Mo.
for somebody to say old timers disease
Because
because it
usually,
sounds the same. It gets in there. Almost means the same thing because everybody knows what you're talking about.
yeah, because Daddy's in the home. He's got the old timers disease, and you're just
Yeah.
like, yep, that's it. That's
Yep. They
it.
probably said what I thought they meant, and you
That's
just
it.
keep on moving forward. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's exactly what I say all the time. All the time. All the time. All the
All
time.
old time,
Alzheimer's.
all the time. You
Alzheimer's.
say that.
Alzheimer's.
All right. So there's a problem. Is it deep seated or is it
mm,
deep seated?
mm, mm. Deep seated is usually how I end up on Friday nights.
I
Uh,
don't. I have no idea what you just said. Did you say seated or seated?
I'm down in the country. I say deep. I say deep seated, brother. I say deep seated. It's deep seated. We got another vote for number one. Deep seated. We got deep seated.
Which one? What did you say? Which is your
Number
answer though?
one. Number one. This is
Oh,
number
the
one.
seed. Like,
Yeah.
oh, good,
See,
deep
number
seated.
one.
I
That's me.
got you.
You
Okay.
can't tell. That's my picture right there.
Well, I just thought you were like chilling in the big
No,
lazy chair. No, it is
no.
actually deep seated.
Are
The
you
chair.
serious? It's
Hmm.
deep seated.
Yep, deep seated. It's a
What?
really old phrase and it means really set in, like something that's very traditional. It's very seated.
Okay. I prefer the other one. It makes more
Sure.
sense.
Sure. And if you said the other one, people know what you mean because ultimately they've got the same definition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the
Mm-hmm.
same meaning, the same, phrase. Well, it's the same intention. And that's my whole point in this puzzle solving. We got one more before I get into what's going on here. Is it a praying mantis or a
Ooh,
praying
ooh.
mantis?
Look at that. Look at that boy right there. Worth it. Oh man. Look, that is rough. That's rough. I feel you. I feel him. praying mantis or praying mantis?
So what's the difference? You know the difference. You're here, right?
Yeah, one means I'm like preying upon you, and
Okay.
that's one vote for one. And then
Mm-hmm.
the second one means like it's another vote for one. The second one means that you're like praying like to Jesus Christo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one I'm gonna vote for. Praying mantis.
You are correct. This is a praying, like hands together, praying mantis. But yet again, we've got one letter differences here. We've got terms and phrases that people say differently,
Hmm.
that we hear in a sentence that we feel means the exact same thing. And even if somebody said cold slaw, like in the moment, it works. It fits in there. If somebody says, oh, they got old timers disease, like you know what they're referring to and you move on. And there's a term for those things. Oh, she got one wrong. I'm so sorry. There's a term for what's going on here, and that is go to the next slide.
I'm sorry, I was laughing.
These all these different things that I'm showing you are called eggcorns. And it's because there are people in the world that don't say acorn, they call them eggcorns. So it's been one of the most popular ones to say, oh, the eggcorns all over my yard.
The acorns.
Mhm.
Where did they say that at? I heard acorns.
Down acorns. Yeah, for sure.
Acres. Get them acres. Acres.
Acorns. But
Acres.
it's a word that means the same thing. And I think for this one, we all know that it's acorns. At least I hope we all know that it's acorns. So I did not
Acorn.
take the vote on this one. But because of things like this, these things called eggcorns, the NATO phonetic alphabet was created because it was leading up to World War II.
Hmm.
And so there was a need to secure a way to communicate over radios. You've got all these different people from all sorts of different regions who are trying to communicate and talk. How do they do it? So the North Atlantic Treaty Organization
NATO.
had to come up with a way to effectively communicate over a radio where people were just way too confused over what other people were saying. And
Hmm.
even in creating that alphabet, which I'm sure you've heard some of them, even in creating that alphabet, there were struggles because think about the letters N and M.
M&M's.
N and M's,
Yeah, M&M's. It's
or
delicious
even
candy.
S and F. B and D, very similar
B
when
and
you're
D. Yeah,
listening to somebody on a radio. So they had to go into it. And there's been an evolution of the entire alphabet from start to finish as well. So let's
S and
first
F.
go through it, and then I'm going to tell you some of the quirkiness and random interesting facts about the NATO phonetic alphabet. Do you know it?
I know some of it, but not all of it.
Okay.
I literally when I try to give, like I'm talking on the phone to people, and they're like, "Could you please give me your email address?" I like pop it up on the screen so I can just like bark it off like a
Oh,
real
you pull
deli-
up the NATO phonetic alphabet.
Yeah,
You pull up the
yeah,
whole.
yeah. The NPA is what it is. You got to pull up
Mhm.
the NPA. That was the name of my clique in high school. Shout outs to the NPA. It didn't stand for NATO phonetic alphabet, but it's still cool. It's whatever. Anyway, based on the English alphabet.
NPA.
Yeah,
What's the A stand for?
association.
Okay. All right.
We're a group of guys. It's an association. It's automatic. You know, it's like a legitimate businessman's association.
What's the P stand for?
Pimp.
It's fine. All right. Based on the English alphabet, it's gone through a lot of changes. So
Hmm.
let's see how good you are at knowing what some of these are, or if you had them right.
Okay. Do I slide or no?
Yeah. Slide on. Yeah.
Okay.
So first one's Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo.
Yeah. See, most of those are spots in Call of Duty where there's normally flags.
Okay, so
You
that's
know,
good.
like
So
go to Echo.
Those are probably the most common because everybody knows like the beginning of the alphabet, and everybody gets lost around H or I when they just give up on saying the entire alphabet.
Henry, Igor,
Yeah,
Jerry,
Igor, Igor.
Igor.
Yeah.
I,
Do you know what it is in the phonetic alphabet?
oh no, what is it?
What is an I?
What is an I? Um,
We got to know
it is
F. F's the next letter that's gonna be a,
indigo,
that would work, but that's not it.
idiot,
No.
India,
So Foxtrot, we know we've got
yeah,
Golf, Hotel, India, and then Juliet.
Juliet,
And
yeah.
Juliet, you need to take note of something special going on there with Juliet.
Okay, loving you. You need a close up for that one.
If you've got that ability, look at that. A close up on you. Okay,
No, I don't want a close up on me. I'll fix it. I'll
that's
fix
good.
it. Don't worry about
That's
me.
good.
There you
That's
go.
good. Why do I need the close up?
Because you said there's something special about Juliet we need to know. No,
What do you notice about Juliet on here?
it's got two T's.
It's got two T's.
T's.
Absolutely. So
Juliet.
Juliet, the spelling of Juliet, referring to the letter J, has two T's because of the pronunciation everywhere. Because if you didn't have the two T's on there, there'd be a lot of languages or speakers over the radio, specifically French or Cajun, who would say what instead?
Juliet.
Julie. And then you've
Juliet.
got a whole another issue because one of the main goals of the whole thing, not just to get the letters correct, but everybody has to say the phonetic alphabet correct as well.
Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet. Yeah, you can't miss it. Juliet. You know what he's saying. Juliet. That's my French. That's my
Mhm.
French guy. I learned that from Jerry Lewis. That's a J.
Nailed it.
They could have went Jerry. Why didn't they go Jerry?
There's a lot of reasons that they wouldn't go Jerry. Probably because of the G or the J that would be in there.
Good point. You could have spelled it Gary. It's fine.
And it's got to be something that everybody kind of knows as well. So do you know what the K is going to be?
Kilo. We did a 3-minute show about a kilo.
That's true.
I think it's
A
a lot.
3.5 minute show
3.5
about a
minute
kilo.
show about a kilo.
So
It was all right.
KLMNO, you've got Kilo Lima Mike November Oscar. So definite difference between the M and the N, which can sometimes be confusing
It's a
when somebody's
Lima or a Lima?
Lima.
Kilo Lima Mike November Omar.
Yep, nailed it. Yep,
Yeah, got it.
got it. Who's Omar?
I don't know. That guy's weird.
Omaldi. Drink your Omaldi.
Son of a bitch, it's a commercial break.
It's been a commercial break the whole time.
Boom. Oh man. P.
So
This is like a great episode of Sesame Street.
P is for
Papa was a rolling stone.
Q is for
Quebec was a place, was his home.
R is for
And Romeo was his name.
S is for
And his last name was Sierra.
T is for
Tango, 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 tango. Papa was a rolling. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I got.
All right, let's wrap them up with the last ones.
Wrap it up all the time, fellas. Wrap it up.
Then you've got uniform, Victor,
Victor.
whiskey,
Whiskey with a.
whiskey with the.
What are you saying it like that for?
That's how you say whiskey. Whiskey. How do you say whiskey?
Whiskey?
Whiskey. We're saying the same thing.
I hate you. I'm back.
Whiskey,
Whiskey.
X-ray, Yankee, and Zulu. Z for Zulu.
Zulu.
So,
Yankee.
so you
X-ray,
may not
whiskey,
memorize
Victor.
all of them, but let you know that Alpha at the very beginning. So if you go on there, that's the full alphabet. Some interesting facts about them. Alpha, spelled with an F. Do you know why?
Because Alf was a really cool guy from Melmac.
That's actually correct. In 1984, they changed it from ALPHA to ALF-A, just for Melmac and cat eating.
Yes, I am such a smart person. This show is
Or
finally pay. Oh, no, no.
or because a lot of languages don't recognize what the PH sound does.
Ah, like a pafone, a
Like
pahone,
a paphone.
a
Yep, there we go.
pahone, a
Same
pahone,
reason they added the extra T on there. Okay.
a
Um, s-
telegraph.
Most words at some point had been representing countries. Like the C
Mm,
was originally for Canada,
mm-hmm.
F was originally France, T was Tokyo, et cetera, et cetera. But after years and decades of research and experience, they had to keep changing the alphabet because it didn't always work, and that's how we got to the alphabet that we have now. But they used to be letters quite a bit. In
Mm,
fact, Delta is often changed out because with the popularity of Delta Airlines, the letter D, especially around aviation or flight communication, where they're talking like Delta, but did you mean the letter or the airline? It'll be changed over to Data or
no.
Dixie or David.
Or these nuts.
Yep.
God,
Why are you getting notice for that one? Yeah.
yes, I am the greatest. Okay,
So
Delta, Dixie, and
David.
David,
Yep. So
David.
that'll be swapped out, especially for flights, because you say Delta, it could be confusing, which the whole goal of all of this is to not be confusing. The word Lima in
Mm-hmm.
some countries, some languages, means five.
Mm,
So instead of five, they will substitute the L for London.
London.
Hmm.
I've seen that. What's your vector, Victor?
Exactly. And then the whiskey. There are some Muslim countries where alcohol is banned, so they don't want to
Mm,
say whiskey.
mm-mm.
They instead say white or Washington
White. That's that's ironic. White. Oh,
and
Washington.
Washington.
Why would they even use Washington?
Because
That's
it's
weird.
a familiar word throughout the I don't know,
The
spoken world.
world.
Mhm.
Everybody knows Washington. I guess Washington D.C.
Yep. Also, due to conflicts in India, and
Mm,
apparently they're not even able to say the name of a country that exists. In Pakistan, they'll say indigo, like you said, or Italy instead of saying India because they're so opposed to saying India.
See, look at that. I was right. I was. Shout outs to my Pakistani people
There
with
it
the
is. When
indigo.
you when the U.S. went into the Viet Cong, it was abbreviated VC, which stands for
Victory Charlie.
Victor Charlie. Yes.
Victor
So they
Charlie.
kept saying over the radio, VC, Victor Charlie. And eventually it just
Ah,
becomes,
Charlie. That's
yes,
that's when yeah. What did Major Payne say? You think Charlie care when he's slitting your throat?
we were looking for this guy named Charlie.
Who is Charlie? We never found him, no.
Yep. And so you're familiar with GMT, the Greenwich time zone.
Yeah, we use that all the time in information and technology and advancement of uh total recall. I mean
Yeah.
regular stuff.
Yeah, Greenwich Mean Time. So that's where, for the world clock, that's where it starts,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
so the zero, when zero begins with Z, and do you remember the phonetic word for
Zulu.
Z? Zulu.
Mm-hmm.
So the Greenwich Mean Time is often called Z time or zero time or
Zulu time.
Zulu time. But
Yeah.
that's not where Zulu is. So the first time zone is called Zulu time, even though the Zulu people, who are now the province of Natal and the Union of South Africa, is
Mm-hmm.
actually GMT plus 2. So if you say
Oh,
Zulu time,
it's
you're
too bad.
probably referring to Greenwich, not
Greenwich, not
Zulu,
Zulu.
which is just another way that the people of Greenwich are taking advantage of South Africans and ignoring what's going on down
Oh, once again,
there. There it is.
my people are being robbed. Okay,
Your your
it's
your
okay.
Zulu people,
Black people.
which
It's a
is
black
the
people show.
so Zulu is now the province of what?
Natal.
Yeah, okay, all right. Just checking. All right, yeah. Correct, yeah.
I be listening. You think I don't pay attention to what I do? Ah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, what's that one?
Whiskey Echo Oscar Uniform Tango. We out.
We out.
That
Thank you
was
very
a good
much.
show, man. We should do that again next time. I think people really like this kind of shit.
That
Like,
was
what?
good. I enjoyed it. That was fun.
There's an outro. Oh shit, it's lightning.
DJ Omi D.